It's really windy. I should have worn a microphone. We're at Great Plains State Park. This is Tom Steed Reservoir. We're setting off to do a loop that's going to be 2 or 3 miles. Louis ready to go?
Not quite ready.
Oh, okay. So this is a rough, you've not been watered down yet. This is a rough wear cool vest. You just douse it with water, and as it evaporates, it cools on the underneath. This is our whole big trail system. I believe we're here. So we are going to go and do a nice big loop of this whole area, but there is a ton of trails you can do. We are parked about midway down the park. There's a toilet block right here, which is really convenient, although sometimes it's locked. I'm not really sure what the hours are. This is Great Plains State Park. We're still avoiding the Federal Wildlife Refuge where all the really good hikes are until this government shutdown is over, which means we are quite restricted on what we have available to us in Southwest Oklahoma, but this is one of the good options. Despite being quite overgrown right now, this is actually a really decent trail. We're looking for something quite gentle and mild. It's mostly flat. If you do the full loop, there are some bits over that way where it does go up. It's quite rocky, but for the most part around here, it's pretty flat. And you can continue that way, but we are heading this way. So this is the parkway we have seen the most armadillos out of anywhere else that we've been to in this whole area. I'm always on the lookout for more. We're now a little bit higher. You have a view of the whole reservoir. Finally, we're entering a little bit of shade. That's not the way. Wrong way. Should we go? Yeah. The shady bit did not last long. It's the downside of being out around here. You're in sun for most of it. I can hear someone's loud bassy music, which is so fun when you're in nature. 3 crickets just hit me in a row. Good job. Okay, we are climbing up this one here. It's not a huge amount of elevation here, but it's enough to get the heart racing. But the views are really cool. You see like all the lake. One time we brought our kayaks here and it was the windiest day. My shoulders burned for a week after from the paddling trying to get back to shore because the wind just wanted to push us right back out. What is on your head? Great Plains has a ton of campsites that you can reserve. You can also reserve day use barbecue sites, tons of hiking trails. You can kayak, you can fish. They have a beach, you can go swimming. It's a pretty awesome place just north of Snyder in Southwest Oklahoma. So what are we doing? We've lost your father. At least he stopped in a shady area. We are nearly a mile in. It's quite overgrown here. Not loving the thought of all the ticks that might be in this, but we douse him in tick and flea spray before we leave. He hasn't had ticks in him in ages. So I was about to say touch wood. I learned literally yesterday that, can we go? Touch wood is not a saying in America. It's, are you okay? Oh my God, ow! Thank you for flinging the thorny branch back at me. Touch wood isn't a saying. People in America say knock on wood. In the UK we say touch wood, and twice, at least twice in the past 7 days, I've said touch wood to Americans in email. No one's yet come back to me saying, well, what do you mean? Apparently touch wood can be a euphemism. That's kind of embarrassing. So now I need to say knock on wood. What really grinds my gears more than people not picking up their dog's shit, it is when they let their dog shit in the middle of the path of the trail and don't pick it up. It's bad enough when they leave it off the side of the trail for it to decompose and infiltrate a delicate ecosystem. But if you let your dog shit in the middle of a trail and don't pick it up, you're a scumbag. We're finally at the bottom of this big hill. We're just on our way up now. Yeah. When we get to shade, we'll give him a drink. I'm so busy looking down at the ground, making sure I'm not standing on a snake. I forget to look at all these views. Quite a bit of steep uphill, and we're coming up to a nice little shady area where I want to stop and have a break and have a snack. Cool views of the lake. Yeah. Let's stop, have a snack. See, we do have some reusable options. They're just not very big. Hi, babe. We just hit 1 mile. We've just gone up and over the highest point. We're on our way back down now, although like just as I said that, it's now going back uphill. I really wish there were more paths like this in Oklahoma in our area. Nice little gentle forest trails, tons of trees. There's a place called the Parallel Forest in the Wichita Mountains, which I don't know if it's like a forest like this, but apparently it's haunted.
Where in the Wichita Mountains is it?
I think it's to the east. I can't remember what started it, but I saw a Facebook post and then this person responded. They had such a crazy experience in the Parallel Forest that they never returned to the Wichita Mountains ever again. Sir? That is not the trail. Come on. Every time we go home, we give him a bath because he's always filthy. Then we do a tick check. Then we do a spine check to make sure that no cactus spines or thorns are in his skin. He hates it, but obviously he doesn't understand that the more he goes into the brush, the more likely, the longer it's going to be that we have to do those checks for. He doesn't understand that consequence. So we've come to a T where you can keep going that way, leads to another car park. So you get to add like, I don't know, an extra mile maybe to this. We are going to commit to doing a loop. We've come this way, but it's really overgrown. So maybe we should have gone that way. According to Stephen, this is the trail. This looks like nothing. The best time to be here is in winter. It's just open land. Okay, here is the trail. It's just like open. Some shade. We look lost again. When you get out to this bit, you kind of start paralleling the road. We can see campers over there. Nice little undercover area. These picnic table areas are really pleasant, shaded, breeze going right through. Stop for another snack. A little picnic. Smooth going here. We're in the last little bit before we get back to the car. We've done 2.4 miles. It's well past midday, so I am ready for some AC. What are we doing? Where are we going? What is that? Is that an animal?
I think so.
Bone? You ready? Oh, this little bit here, right by the loos, has so many stickers. Ends up with it in his feet. So we're walking and holding and uppies. No, don't be silly. Don't get stickers in your toes. Oh, why the fuck are we running? No, to the car. 2.5 miles total, 280 feet elevation gain. Our moving time was 1.5 hours. Shit, our total time was 2.5 hours, so we wasted a lot of time sitting down.